Following Nigeria's presidential and parliamentary elections, which were held on the 23rd of February 2019, international observers who were in the country to follow up the elections in a series of briefings have released recommendations. Let me start with that of the electoral umpire, INEC, which state that it must intensify communication and outreach to Nigerian public and relevant stakeholders in the electoral process. And they have also called for ensuring ad hoc staff are adequately trained on polling procedures, including the use of smart card readers, guidelines for assisted voting, and organizing polling units to ensure ballot board secrecy. All of these have been some of the recommendations that have been put together by IRR and NDI, but of course others do have their recommendations.
On February 23rd, millions of Nigerians turned out, waited patiently throughout the process, and cast their ballots peacefully. However, the last-minute postponement of the elections by INEC and significant delays in the opening of polling units risked undermining citizen confidence in elections and disenfranchising voters.
To ensure adequate security to support and protect INEC deployment and voter engagement. To INEC, to intensify communication and outreach to the Nigerian public and stakeholders in the electoral process. To improve plans for distribution of sensitive election materials, including ballot papers and result sheets. To ensure ad hoc polling staff are adequately trained in polling procedures, including the use of smart card readers, guidelines for assisted voting, and ensuring ballot secrecy.
While the recommendations of international observers may be similar, but for ISA, they want the INEC to prepare better for the gubernatorial elections coming up in a week's time.
Youth Service Corps recruited as ad hoc staff and police officials on election duty were not provided meals in the course of the day. Yet, they worked tirelessly into late hours of the day, and in some cases, they worked until the early hours of the next day. The ASA is of the view that the staff did not demonstrate that they had been adequately trained.
We noted that polling officials, security staff, and other essential workers were unable to vote and were therefore disenfranchised, and there are huge numbers. Our hope this may be rectified in the future. In addition, we were told 11.2 million permanent voters were not collected, meaning therefore another 13% of registered voters could not vote.
Currently, INEC is collating results which are trickling in from across the country, but the messages of the international observers in their preliminary findings is clear, and that is for the electoral umpire to adequately prepare for the gubernatorial elections on the 9th of February. To be more, edit RootsTV Nigeria.